Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh man. Hi Fozzie. Guys, today's gonna be so good. I'm serious, today's gonna be so good. Okay, I'll start with Fleischer. We wanted we wanted a SOV CIT and we get one. But the only problem is it's so fast. Which makes it even better. Oh, okay. But there's another judge. He is not as good as Fleischer. I'm not even going to put him in the same category. But I have this clip from him that's so funny. He's so good. Hi, Heineken. New people in chat make the chat so funny. All right, here we go. Cause I can't wait. I gotta play this clip. It is so good. Oh, by the way, this is from New Jersey. Now I got Danny. Danny, who not the Danny that's in here, I don't think, commenter on my clips, a commenter. Danny lives in Jersey and was really excited about the last Jersey judge. Danny, this one is so much better. Oh, you'll see Fleischer. He's coming. Don't worry, Heineken. He's definitely coming. The thing is, a lot of the group they come a little later. So I'm gonna play a little bit of New Jersey first, and that way they'll be here for Fleischer. But I promise you, hi Jane, I promise you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's great. Here we go.
She's not there, then
The accent is awesome.
That'll be number 4 on the detentions, Your Honor. Pretrial Services Officer Brisson.
Thank you, Officer Brisson.
No problem.
So we had number 30, the matter of Jose Williams, that was supposed to be in a special booth. Can you find an update, Officer Brisson, as to why we did not see number 30?
Your Honor, Pretrial Services Officer Brisson. Number 30 has there was an email sent saying that they will not be in court today because they are not medically cleared at the current moment. So it would have to be recalled for tomorrow, Your Honor.
Thank you, Officer Brisson. So on the matter of State of New Jersey versus Jose Williams, W 2024-003-976-0714, the update is that defendant has not been cleared for court. So this matter will be adjourned for recall for tomorrow's court session being April 10th, 2024.
I just left that first part in because the accent is so good. Here we go. Here we go.
And now the matter of State of New Jersey versus Mario Bailey, W 2024-000-564-0706. So please repeat your name for me. Mario Bailey. Mr. Prosecutor.
Thank you, Judge. Your Honor, in this matter, the state has moved for non-DV detention.
So you will be detained until April 12th, 2024. You will then appear for a detention hearing before Judge Callahan. Judge Callahan will decide on that day whether you will be released or not. Thereafter, your case will go before Judge Zonik on July 19th, 2024. Public Defender Stone has been assigned to represent you and will speak with you before your court date to prepare your defense. Do you understand?
Yes, why is it, you said July? Why July and why so far?
Because that's your court date. Your court date is in July. Your detention hearing is on April 12th, and your court date is on July 19th.
Okay, so why I'm not getting released?
Of course you're not getting released. That was the first thing I told you.
No, why?
That you will be detained.
Why am I being detained?
Because the prosecutor filed a motion for your detention. And that's all that is required. Once this prosecutor files a motion for your detention, you must be detained. And no one, except a superior court judge, can review it and then decide whether to release you or not. So since there is no superior court judge here present, I have sent your case to a superior court judge. And that will be on April 12th, on Friday. That judge will then decide whether to release you or not. But for today, you will remain in detention. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, but I should be released, Your Honor.
Well, that's the law. You don't decide whether you should be released because you are not a prosecutor. Only prosecutors make those decisions. And the prosecutor has decided today that you will not be released. So it doesn't matter how many times you say it, unless you become a prosecutor and change that decision, you will not be released. The only other possibility for you to be released is on April 12th, when the Superior Court judge will listen to arguments for your release and then decide whether to release you or not. For today, you will not and cannot be released pursuant to New Jersey law, the Criminal Justice Reform Act. And there is nothing any of us here can do to change that law this afternoon. Do you understand?
I hear you correct, Your Honor. I thought I was going to get some help.
Hear me?
Yeah.
I need you to leave the booth. If you have heard me, I need you to leave the booth, because if you have heard me and you are insisting on talking, that means you just want to delay the court's process. Because everything I have told you explains to you that you cannot argue your way out of a detention today. I have explained it in the most detailed manner and told you that the public defenders will prepare arguments for your release on Friday, and the Superior Court judge will review and consider it and decide whether to release you or not. But you are insisting that I must release you today, something I do not have the authority to do. So you want to get me in trouble, and I will not allow you to get me in trouble because I can't release you. I do not have the authority. You understand?
Yes, so Friday, I will see somebody too Friday?
Yes.
On Friday, you will appear for a hearing, and the judge will decide whether to release you or not to release you.
Okay. Thank you.
You can leave the booth now, you too.
I got more from that judge for today, guys. Don't worry. He's so funny. I just love him. But before we go, so we're going to do another judge from Jersey. And we're going to do a couple clips of him. Then we're going to go see one more clip of this judge right here. And then everybody should be here. Everybody should be in chat, and we should be good to go for SOV CIT versus Fleischer versus Taser. But here, let's go to New Jersey first.
Okay. Miss Hall.
Yes.
Next matter is Jake Stella.
So I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm done.
So you're going to be released today. We don't know what the situation is as far as you having contact with the home. Okay?
No, but I can leave the room right now, right?
You can leave the booth right now. Yes.
The booth. Okay. Thank you.
Judge,
you want to go into a booth with but Jake Stella, what's your position regarding releasing him? He's got a 2 out of 2 fatal appear, 2 out of 2 new criminal activity.
For Mr. Stella, the state is recommending release on level 2 monitoring with no contact with SG, as in Sierra Golf, and for no weapons and no stalking. State's asking for this matter to be given a pick date of April 30th.
Got it. Thank you. Hopefully we'll be back on. All right. Thank you. Please put Ms. Hall in a breakout room with Mr. Carney. Thank you. Jake Stella. Mr. Stella, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stella, I'm Judge Miola. You're appearing before me today on, let's see what we have here. Warrant 2024, complaint number 28 out of Bloomingdale. Terroristic threats, 3rd degree. Unlawful possession of a weapon, 4th degree. Possession of a weapon for unlawful purpose, 3rd degree. Obstruction, administration of law or governmental function, disorderly persons offense. Resisting arrest, 3rd degree. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 3rd degree. Did you receive a copy of these charges?
Yes.
Did you see a video regarding your rights?
No.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have a right to a hearing as to probable cause. You have a right to an indictment by a grand jury and a right to a trial by jury. You may waive them. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You are eligible for representation by the Office of the Public Defender. Do you wish to have the public defender represent you?
I was told it was my best option to say yes for that. And then,
Oh, then say yes.
There you go. That's hitter for Mr. Stella.
So
We enter a plea of not guilty at this time, Judge.
All right, you want to get your own private attorney, you still can do that. In any event, you may be eligible for a pretrial intervention or other program offered by the state. Speak to your lawyer regarding your eligibility and how to apply. Mr. Stella, are you a veteran of the United States military?
no, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's the state's position? The state's position is that you're to be released on level 2 monitoring. That means you have to report twice per month with no victim contact with SG. Do you know who that is?
No.
Somebody with the initials SG.
I'll definitely stay away from them. I'll stay away from anyone with those initials.
Well, yeah, thank you, Mr. Stella. So, Mr. Stella,
Do you know who that is?
No.
so the victim in this
tell you
case,
in a
do you know them personally? The alleged victim in this case, Mr. Stella, do you know who they are?
No.
Okay, well, so regardless, stay
All
away
right.
from the person involved in this case, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Hold on a second. Not to possess any weapons, not to stalk. Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Stella?
No,
So
sir.
nothing from me, Judge.
Thank
No
you.
objection to the pretrial monitoring conditions. It seems like Mr. Stella doesn't know the victim personally, but he knows not to go near that person who he was involved with. Correct,
All
Mr.
right.
Stella?
Well, I'm going to read him the complaint. It alleges, sir, that on or about April the 7th in Bloomingdale, you threatened to kill Sergeant Zidane and Sergeant Grabowski with the purpose of putting them in imminent fear of death under circumstances reasonably causing said victims to believe the immediacy of the threat and the likelihood that it would be carried out, specifically by threatening to kill the officers by stating, if you want to fucking live, go home, and that he was going to kill them if he did not leave him. A crime of the 3rd degree. Now you know who these persons are?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then you're charged with being in possession of an unlawful weapon. Let's see, a pickaxe. Okay. And also, you attempted to harm the officers with a pickaxe. In any event, you get the picture, correct?
I get the picture, sir.
Yeah, why you are being released is beyond me, but the state has not filed a motion for your pretrial detention. So I have to release you. All right? And let me tell you right now, do not commit any offense while you're on pretrial release. You report as indicated twice per month, once in person and once by telephone. Do not possess any weapon of any type, a pick, a pickaxe, a toothpick. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And you're to appear on April 30th, 2024 at the Passaic County Superior Courthouse in Patterson, 77 Hamilton Street. Okay?
All
you want
right.
to get your own lawyer? Do that. You'll be interviewed by pretrial services. Have a good day.
Have a good day, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Donovan Howell?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. I'm Judge Miola. You're appearing before me before warrant 2024, complaint number 48 out of Halden. You're charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a school employee, bodily injury. You're charged with criminal trespass, defiant trespass. Did you receive a copy of these charges?
Not the warrant that you just said out of Halden. It doesn't match up with what they gave me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What's the warrant number?
You mean the
warrant 2024, complaint number 48?
Do you mean the sequence number?
What does it say on the top of your warrant as a number?
It says court code 1605.
Right. W?
Yes.
2024.
For the year.
000048.
Oh, I didn't know you were referring to the same thing. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's 48, correct?
It ends with 48, yes.
Okay, you're charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and criminal trespass. All right? You have a copy of the charge. You're innocent of this charge until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to a hearing as to probable cause, a right to an indictment by a grand jury. You have a right to a trial by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You're eligible for representation by the Office of the Public Defender. Do you wish to have the public defender represent you?
May I have a second to think?
So right now you should just say yes. In my opinion.
Listen, if you don't want the public defender, you can always get your own lawyer. But for now, the public defender will enter his appearance and make a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
Just for today, Mr. Howell. If you change your mind, you can always hire a lawyer.
For today, then yes, I accept for
Perfect.
today.
So Matt Skinner for Mr. Howell, we're going to enter pleas of not guilty on his behalf, please.
Thank you, Mr. Skinner. Please, Mr. Howell, you may be eligible for pretrial intervention or other program offered by the state. Speak to your attorney regarding your eligibility and how to apply. Okay. What is the state's position regarding releasing Mr. Howell today, Ms. Hall?
State is asking for a release on level 1 monitoring with no victim contact with DB or DC. That's Delta Bravo or Delta Charlie. State's also asking for a restraint from Passaic Valley High School located at 100 East Main Street in Little Falls. No weapons, no stalking, and the state's asking for a pick date of April 30th.
Okay. I also didn't ask you if you were a veteran of the United States military, are you?
Technically, no.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Skinner, is there anything you would like to add?
No, Judge, I have no objection to those conditions. Just confirming, this might be a silly. Mr. Howell, you're not in high school, correct? You're not a high school student?
No.
All right. Then I'm fine with it, Judge. Thank you.
All right. 1 second here. Let me go. Your release is not recommended according to the public safety assessment. Let's see why. All right. It's your 2 out of 6 failure to appear, 3 out of 6 new criminal activity, no release recommended, repeated arrests while on pretrial monitoring. Okay, let's see. You're not on monitoring now, so I'm not understanding that. I'm going to release you on level 1 monitoring with the following conditions. Okay, you have to contact pretrial services 1 time per month while your matter is pending in the courts. In addition, do not commit any offense while you're on pretrial release. Notify pretrial services if you change any of your contact information so you can get your monitoring appointments and your court dates and appear at all court proceedings. You're not to have any contact with the Passaic Valley High School or the alleged victims in this matter with the initials DB and DC. Do you know who they are?
I believe they're the private contractors, the security guards that were at the front who put their hands on me first, and all the witnesses, the students there can corroborate that story you're referring
All right,
to.
Mr. Howell.
Well, that's
I'm not trying the case today, but yeah.
You're
they are
to
the
stay
security
away
guards.
from.
Okay, yeah, okay.
You're to stay away from DB and DC, and you're to stay away from Passaic Valley High School. That's simple enough. All right, it's Little Falls. I said hailed it before I meant Little Falls.
May I ask?
All right, now, yeah, your next court date is scheduled for a pre-indictment conference. That is going to occur on
April 30th.
April the
Judge.
30th. April the 30th at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Passaic County Superior Courthouse, 77 Hamilton Street, Patterson, first floor, room 118. Everything I've told you today will be given to you in written form before you release. Okay, Mr. Howell?
May I ask you one question, sir?
Sure.
Because there is a bagel shop across the street from the high school that I frequent, is that technically stalking? Am I in violation of anything if I go there?
No.
Sir, if you go to the bagel shop, it's not on campus, is it?
No, but it's across the street, so I don't know if there's like stipulations if they have to be within so many feet. And
I'm going to leave it up to your discretion on that. Okay? If you start eating your bagels across the street at the school, then I might, that might be a violation.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
I mean,
Use your best judgment.
Maybe you should just to play it safe, look for another bagel store. I'm sure there's many more in Little Falls. Thank you. You have a good day.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know everything about Jersey. I'm close enough, but I don't know everything about Jersey. But I do know they take their bagels very, very, very seriously. So he can't just find another bagel shop. That's ridiculous.
Dyke. Sir, are you Mr. Dyke?
Yeah.
I'm Judge Viola. You're appearing before me today on warrant 2024, complaint number 1416 out of Patterson. You're charged with terroristic threats, 3rd degree, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 3rd degree, aggravated assault alleging strangled a domestic violence victim, 2nd degree, unlawful possession of a handgun without a permit, 1st degree, and possession of a weapon for unlawful purpose. A firearm, 2nd degree. Did you receive a copy of these charges?
Yeah.
You're advised of the following rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to have a hearing as to probable cause, the right to an indictment by the grand jury, and a right to a trial by jury. You may choose to waive the indictment or trial by jury. If you do so, you'll be tried by a court, and a judge will determine your innocence or guilt. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You're eligible for representation by the Office of the Public Defender. Okay. Do you wish to have the public defender represent you?
Yeah.
Thank you. So Matt Skinner for Mr. Dyke, and we're going to enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf at this time.
Okay. You may be eligible for a pretrial intervention or other program. Speak to your attorney regarding your eligibility for these programs and how to apply. Are you a veteran of the United States military?
No.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
What is the state's position regarding releasing Mr. Dyke today?
Judge, state is asking for a release on level 2 monitoring with no victim contact with BH Bravo Hotel, no weapons and no stalking, Judge. And this matter will be referred to grand jury.
Anything you would like to add?
Defense has no objection, Judge.
1 second, please. I'm having a hard time with this, Miss Hall. Please help me. Okay?
Yes, Judge.
I have a complaint before me, warrant 2024, complaint number 1416, that alleges terroristic threats in count 1 to kill specifically a victim with the initials BC. I'll kill you and myself with the purpose to put imminent fear of death, causing the victim to believe the threats will be carried out. Second offense is within the jurisdiction of this court. Defendant Bevan Dyke did commit the act of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, specifically by purposely and knowingly pressing a gray handgun to the victim's BH's head and region, causing the victim to believe said act will be carried out. It goes on that within the jurisdiction of this court, the defendant Bevan Dyke did commit the act of aggravated assault, strangulation of the victim by throat neck region, causing the victim to lose proper airflow. Okay, and then within the jurisdiction of this court, the defendant did commit the act of unlawful possession of a weapon, a handgun, specifically by knowingly waving or having in his possession a gray handgun without any explainable lawful purpose. As a first degree offense. In the last offense, within the jurisdiction of this court, defendant Bevan Dyke did commit the act of possession of a weapon for unlawful purpose by having in his possession a gray handgun without any explainable lawful purpose. All right, now I'm asking why did the state did not file a motion for his pretrial detention? I really need to know before I do anything further.
Judge, from my understanding, our office did reach out to the victim who indicated that she believed the gun alleged in this case was actually a BB gun and not loaded with any bullets. And then there was
it's a BB gun. Okay. Put an eye out instead of killing somebody. Maybe. All right. And the strangulation allegation. Oh boy. Okay. Right. I find something strange here in reading the report that the defendant was going to kill himself. The state provided anyone with a psychiatric evaluation.
Not to my knowledge, Judge. Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Well, I think that Mr. Dyke should not be released today until he has a psychiatric evaluation. Okay? Mr. Skinner, what's the problem with that you have? Let me know.
Well, so it's not really a problem, Judge. I don't mean to cause issues with your honor. It's just that at this time, all we have is complaints with hearsay statements made by the alleged victim. It appears appearing to recant these statements. There's no confirmation other than the hearsay statements that Mr. Dyke attempted to harm himself. He has no prior history. I have nothing to insinuate, at least in front of me, that he does have any type of psychological issues other than this alleged statement, Judge. So, I'm not sure. Like, I understand your position, Judge, out of caution. It's just that at this point, with his lack of history, there was no weapon recovered. I'm not sure that's necessary here today, Judge. So,
okay, I appreciate your advocacy. Anything you'd like to add, Miss Hall?
Nothing from the state, Judge. Thank you.
All right. I find that the statements made by the victim alarming, and the only thing that was retracted possibly was it might have been a BB gun. Oh, good. A second thought. In any event, I am not releasing him until he has a psychiatric evaluation and that he's safe to return to the public. Okay? If it happens today, he's released today on the following conditions. On level 2 monitoring, means reports twice per month to pretrial services. In addition, no contact with person with the initials BH. You know what that is, Mr. Dyke?
Yeah.
All right, matters being referred to a grand jury. Do not possess any weapon of any type. Do not stalk the alleged victim. And do not have any contact with the victim. And this is all depending on the results of the psychiatric evaluation, which might need to be reviewed by another judge after it is conducted. Okay? So I don't know if you're going to have the psych evaluation today or tomorrow, but my order is you're not released until the psych evaluation is in fact in effect. So, do we have Mr. Schroff available? I guess that's no. Mr. Schroff, can you hear me? Nope, I guess not. All right. Mr. Aiello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Aiello, I have before me 2 warrants that were issued, one out of Passaic, S22, complaint number 273, violation of 2C29-3B. Looks like obstruction of some type. You failed to appear on 3 occasions. The judge set bail at $750. You're also charged in another matter in Passaic, S2022. You're charged with theft. You failed to appear 3 times. What is your address, Mr. Aiello?
Clifton, 62 Lake Ave. 62 Lake Ave.
Mr. Aiello, Jason Aiello, Jaron Aiello.
Yeah. 62 Lake Ave.
62 Lake Avenue. Do you have a phone number where you can be reached?
Yeah,
what is it?
201-820-5481.
820
5481.
5481. And do you have an email address?
Yeah, it's my JeronAiello@gmail.com.
But Jeron Aiello @gmail.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Bail's continued on summons 22, complaint number 73 at $750 cash, no 10%. You'll appear in court on April 11th, okay, which is Thursday.
Wait, Your Honor?
If you don't, yes?
I was also incarcerated for some part of that time, so I couldn't, pay this.
I'm sorry?
And I
Say
was
it again?
I was incarcerated for part of this time,
When were you incarcerated?
I was on Rikers Island for a year.
When were you incarcerated?
Probably April of last year, April 8th to
until when?
November 1st.
All right. Discuss it with the judge. Tell him that. Right now, bail remains at $750 on the one charge and $1,000 on the theft charge. Okay?
Wait, what? What?
$1,000 on summons 2022, complaint number 930.
Can I not just pay the fine?
Can you what?
Can I not just pay the fine? I didn't even know I had
no fine above. You got to go to court. You failed to appear on 3 occasions. So
I didn't know I had.
He also have a warrant from Patterson.
I'm sorry?
He also have a warrant from Patterson.
I didn't even notice.
I don't have that here, do I? Oh, yes, you're right. Patterson for assault on warrant 2022-3706, same address. You are correct. Thank you so much. And that is for $750. And that'll be held on Friday. So Thursday and Friday, you can take care of it. If you don't make bail, the jail will zoom you into Patterson and into Passaic. Okay? All right. Thank you. You may leave the booth.
The defendant Cano is in the booth.
All right, 1 second, Mr. 1 second. Go to Passaic County now. These are all, if you want to see. I think it's Anita.
What is the recognized line for me?
I'm waiting for Mr. Schraff.
That's me, sir.
How are you, Mr. Schraff?
I'm well, Your Honor. Thank you for asking yourself.
It's Schraff, correct?
Correct, sir.
1 second, please.
Sure.
Okay. All right, Mr. Schraff. Good afternoon. I'm Judge Mioli. You're appearing before me today on warrant 2024, complaint number 22. You're charged in that complaint with contempt by violating a domestic violence restraining order. In addition, you're charged with harassment, a petty disorderly persons offense. The contempt was a 4th degree indictable offense. All right. Did you receive a copy of these charges?
No, sir.
A copy will be provided to you before you are released today. You are advised of the following rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you. You have the right to a hearing as to probable cause. You have a right to an indictment by a grand jury, a right to a trial by jury, which you may choose to waive. You have the right to be represented by an attorney. You are not eligible for representation by the Office of the Public Defender. You want to have an attorney in this matter, you need to hire your own, retain your own private counsel. For purposes of today, the Passaic County Public Defender will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Mr. Skinner.
Thank you, Judge. So Matt Skinner for Mr. Schroff at this time went to a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Thank you, Mr. Skinner.
Mr. Schroff, you may be eligible for a pretrial intervention or other program offered by the state. Speak to your lawyer regarding your eligibility for these programs and how to apply. Sir, are you a citizen of the United States?
I am, Your Honor.
Are you a veteran of the United States military?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What's the state's position regarding releasing Mr. Schroff today?
Your Honor, the state's asking for release on pretrial monitoring level 1 with no victim contact with JS, that's Juliet Sierra, no weapons, no stalking, and the next court date would be in family court, April 25th.
Defense has no objection with that, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Skinner. All right. I reviewed the public safety assessment, haven't heard it from counsel. The pretrial release decision is as follows. You're being released today, Mr. Schroff, on level 1 monitoring, which means the following. Okay, you have to contact pretrial services 1 time per month by telephone while your matter is pending in the courts. In addition, do not commit any offense while you're on pretrial release. Notify pretrial services if you change any of your contact information so you can get your monitoring appointments and your court dates. Okay? And appear at all court proceedings. As the prosecutor said, your next court date is in the family division, Thursday, April 25th at 9 o'clock on the 9th floor of 401 Grand Street, Patterson. Okay? Everything I've told you will be given to you in written form before you're released. Most important, do not have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter with the initials JS. Do you understand?
I do, Your Honor. May I just say something, please? If that's okay.
Watch what you say, please. Sir, because you're being recorded.
I understand.
You might say something
don't talk about
do not wish to say.
My fiance is a judge, so the only thing that I wish to say is that I had never threatened this individual.
All right, don't say anything else about the case. Don't say anything about the case.
It's just a regular case.
Sir, do not talk about the case. Believe me, for your own protection, I'm saying this. You're going to be released on level 1 monitoring, which is almost minimal, reporting 1 time per month. You're not to have any contact with JS. Very simple. You don't live with JS, do you?
No, I don't, sir. But I understand the level 1S and everything like that, but I've never threatened any type of threat. I just want the money that he agreed.
His wife's a judge. You have to listen.
All right, that's something that's not going to be heard or decided by this court today. All right, so speak to your attorney. And again, the less you say, the better off you are. Have a good day, Mr. Schraff. Mr. Schraff, please leave the building. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
But my wife is a judge, and I just want my money, and I should be released. All right, I have one more quick one. It's like 5 minutes long, and then we'll start the SOV CITs. I think everybody will be here by then. It's the same judge as before, and it's just like 5 minutes, but he's so good.
2024 005 062 064 and 065, all out of 0714. Your name, please?
Luis Gonzalez.
Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor. With respect to the 3 complaints set forth by the court, the state has moved for non-DV detention.
So you will be detained until April 12th, 2024. You will appear before Judge Callahan for a detention hearing. Judge Callahan will decide whether you will be released or not. Thereafter, you will go before Judge Romanation on July 19, 2024 at 9 a.m. And Public Defender Burns has been assigned to represent you and will speak with you before your court date to prepare your defense. Do you understand?
Your Honor, I'm the owner of the company. There was no chance for me to speak or have an attorney present. Did what they did.
Sir, you will be in detention until Friday, when you will go for your detention hearing. If you have any defenses,
you don't have my medications.
If you have, sir, pay attention. If you have any defenses, you need to talk to your public defender, who is your lawyer. I am not your lawyer. I cannot react to the things that you're telling me. Your public defender, who is your lawyer, will make arguments on your behalf. First, arguments for your release, and then your defense when you go back to court on July 19th. If you have medical issues, there is a medical unit at the jail, and they have doctors and nurses at the jail. You can shake your head, but I know this for a fact. So you can go there and they will take care of you medically. The court is not a hospital. The court has no medical doctors, but the jail does. So if you leave the booth, you can ask the officers to give you the information so that you can get medical attention. You understand?
I'm not going nowhere. I'm a homeowner. I'm a business owner. I'm not going anywhere. I can put up over $1 million in collateral. I have no need for them. That's happened.
I need you to leave the booth so that you can talk to your lawyers about what you're telling me, because it has no relevance to what I have told you.
He said that this was not a matter that was...
Mr. Gonzalez, please don't put anything further on the record. Your next date is April 12th. You've been assigned an attorney named Mr. Burns, and you can speak to them and or the attorney representing you on April 12th.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sorrell. The matter of State of New Jersey versus Palomino hair stuff, W2023 0017990706. Your name, please?
Christoph Palomino.
Madam Prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state has filed for domestic violence detention.
So you will be detained until April 12, 2024. On April 12th, you will appear before Judge Rosero for a detention hearing. Judge Rosero will decide whether you will be released or not. Thereafter, your case will go before Judge Wright on July 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. And Public Defender Smith has been assigned to represent you, and they will speak with you before your court date to prepare your defense. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, so I will be detained until Friday?
You will be in custody until Friday, and maybe you will be released on Friday if the judge decides, or maybe not, but you will go to a hearing. for the judge who has the authority to decide whether you will be released or not. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. So now you can leave the booth, please.
Okay, it's this next guy that's the best. Here we go. And then on to Fleischer.
The matter of State of New Jersey versus Kevin Lafferty, W2024-0000350711. Your name, please?
Kevin Lafferty.
Madam Prosecutor.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state has filed for domestic violence detention.
So you will be detained until April 12th, 2024. You will then appear before Judge Rosero for a detention hearing. Judge Rosero will decide on that day whether you will be released or not. Thereafter, your case will go before Judge Foster on July 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Public Defender Gee, the spelling is G-E-E, and I pronounce it Gee, has been assigned to represent you, and prior to your court appearance, you will be able to speak with your public defender to prepare your defense. Do you understand?
Yes, can I just make a statement to the charges?
No. You cannot make a statement because the Constitution protects you against self-incrimination. What that means is when you are in a court hearing like we are being recorded. And when you make a statement without a lawyer standing beside you and advise, you have a lawyer, by the way, so that constitutional protection is secured. We have a public defender here. But when you haven't consulted them, listen to me very carefully. When you haven't consulted that lawyer and they begin to speak, then you put yourself at the risk of incriminating yourself. And anything you say at this time can be used against you. That's why I will not allow you to make a statement. If you want, it is for your own protection. If you want to ask me about the information I have given you, I can clarify it for you. But if you want to make a statement about how you are not guilty, about how the facts are working against you, about how you own a business worth $1 million in New Jersey and all of that, it is irrelevant and might work against you. Do you understand?
Yes, I just want to figure out how do I get someone to get me my own personal attorney? Like
I can tell you that you have to ask the officers at the jail how the procedure, because people hire lawyers all the time. The officers at the jail, the corrections officers will tell you exactly what to do.
For today. All right, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. You can leave the booth now.
Is April 12th? Is that Friday?
Sorry?
What day is April 12th?
It's on Friday.
Okay,
today's Tuesday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's time, guys. It's time. I don't even have to talk anymore. Here we go.
Good morning, Ms. Senegal. Ma'am, you're charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. It was Senegal. Here, you want a cause number?
Yeah.
2503-786.
Okay. Okay, so in this case, there's a street operation on 3600 Tidwell Street on April 1st, 2024. Undercover law enforcement officer on a proactive vice patrol observed defendant at a Shell gas station on 3600 Tidwell, an area known for prostitution. Undercover approached the defendant and asked, "What's good?" After a brief conversation, undercover asked defendant, "You trying to come to my room?" Defendant replied, "Yeah." Defendant asked, "You police?" And undercover replied, "No." Defendant asked undercover, "You looking for a date?" And when undercover replied affirmative, asked how much you got. Undercover and defendant agreed to engage in sexual intercourse and deviant sexual intercourse oral for $80. Defendant was arrested.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now ordering you not to engage in this conduct anymore. Otherwise, it will put you in jail, man. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to have you, would you like to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to give you an application. I'll have you fill out and sign a receipt with Victoria. Do not leave until we have you sign these bond conditions, ma'am. All right. Okay, please. Can you file those bond conditions, please? That's it. Hey.
Mark, he's tripping about nothing. Yeah. It's in your email, so just look at it, I'll
Marcos. You want to get your own lawyer? How are you going to afford your own lawyer?
Like responsible for all this time that I go
he wants, Andrews wants to be THA.
THA?
Yeah. So have you spoken to him yet, Jeremiah? Okay. So if you just want to, well, are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Okay. We'll take the application back. I'll have you sign the receipt and we'll get you out of here. All right, Marcos. Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. I've got Miss Melcher on the docket in the LCHOR, Judge. I am asking for a little more time to talk to Beetle. This is my client who's 70 years old, no priors, DWI .12. I want to talk to Beetle to see if there's any way he'd allow her to do a class and dismiss on this. It's not too old. I think it just hit the 180-day mark.
Yeah. You want 2 weeks?
That would be perfect.
Okay, that's it. We need.
She's here, but
that's it. Though.
I respect that.
Like if you want, your PTI.
She is approved for PTI, but she does not want to do that.
Okay, so when we come back, it's either plea and so you do the TRAS and all that.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Hi, Will. Come on.
I'm approaching you on Miss Lewis, Raven Lewis with 2 B's.
Let's see her on bond.
In custody, but she's in court 8. I don't know if you need to talk to her or not, but we can talk about it first, I guess.
Let's talk.
Just pointed this morning, she has 2 theft cases. One is fairly old, one is very, very old. That's an MAJ. Recently picked up an FSRA involving death.
Yeah.
That's set for 5.7. I was trying to get these reset to 5.9-ish, just to eval everything and hopefully resolve them after the felony has a setting.
You need some more time.
She only has Christina. Was she in a car and she allegedly killed someone?
Yes. So there was a crash on the 8100 block in Martin Luther King. There's surveillance video. We see a silver car pull up in front of a motorcycle. The person on the motorcycle is deceased. And there is, the description says there's a black woman seen on the same surveillance video getting out of the driver's seat, and a black male seen on the same surveillance video getting out of the silver car. They both walk off without rendering aid, and the silver car is registered to the defendant.
Okay. I am going to revoke her bond on the first theft case.
Okay.
So I'm not going to let her be on bond when she commits that. Just nope.
Okay.
So 5,001 on the 594 theft, and then Whatever you want, I'm happy to do. If you just want to reset it for after the felony and just carry it for a while, I'm okay with that. We'll just see.
You know, they want to work with that. I just want.
I would imagine that with anything that happens, they'll probably offer you what you want, but it's going to be a wait for that, you know? So I don't know if you want to do that or not, but, and it's way too soon for anything to happen upstairs, obviously, right? So, yeah, okay.
It's different transactions though, so maybe we can work something out.
For sure.
Oh. Yeah.
So just go do what you need to do. If he comes, I'll text you.
I'll be.
That way you don't have to sit here.
I'll be staying around since I get the appointments ordered.
Okay, Lewis, please. Are you done with your application?
Yeah.
Bring it to the clerk.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing?
Hey.
Good. Okay, so I have a DPTI violation report. This client was placed in the program back in.
So what we, in this respect, this is a PTI, DWI, we bring it into court.
Okay.
So let me see.
Basically, he has like over 200 skip tests on the device.
Oh, no.
And he's tested positive for
He's out.
marijuana, amphetamine.
He's out.
200 skips on his device.
Hey, Marcos is still here or no? Okay, we have a PTI violator. So I'm gonna give you a cause number. We gotta put them on the docket. I mean, if you, let me text them. Hey, can you come back? Are you close still, or are you? Hello? Hey, can you come back? Are you close? Yeah, can you come back? I have something that happened, please. Thanks. You want the cost number? You ready? There's two, but it's 242-6554. Yeah. Marcos is coming back now. We got to put him on the docket this week.
Okay.
So either like Wednesday, or I guess, you know, maybe Thursday. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, I say yes. We'll ask. Okay. PTI violation that we need to put back on the docket. Flores. This guy, look. Yeah.
Is he here?
No. What I'm bringing you in to let you know that they're kicking him out.
Okay.
So we need to put him back on the docket, and it all basically starts anew, and he's out of the program. So you want to put him back? Yeah, he's testing positive for, you said, for
Marijuana, amphetamines, and meth, and he has over 200 skips on his device.
so it's over. You want Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? You tell me. Whatever's better for you.
Friday.
Okay.
Friday best.
Done.
Should you
So-
send me an email one?
Sorry.
I'll talk to. Do I keep this or?
You make a copy and you can have it.
Okay.
And then just we'll do a reset now, and then just please reach out to him, let him know he's gonna be here. Thanks.
Should I let his probation officer know he needs to be in court?
Well, no, you don't have to, but just let her know that he's out. Okay, and that we've already made contact with the defense lawyer, and he'll be here Friday. Did you get Rooker? Yeah, remember Rooker picked up a new case? We had put him on the docket for today. He was in custody.
We're gonna look over.
249.
And then.
couldn't find him on either, but he was on my jail docket, so that was a process.
Yeah.
Processing, he's already been processed.
But when I looked him up, he wasn't even in the jail.
God dog it. Remember we talked to Sonia last night, yesterday as we were leaving? No. Oh, yeah, you're getting the spin? Okay.
See, one of them is on docket today. but
Yeah,
they
that
don't
one.
pop up on the paper. I don't know why.
But I'm trying it.
So.
Should we have a chief?
So he got another bond somehow. It's not showing if it's a PR or if it's a surety.
For the ATO,
Yeah. Did you talk to him? They let him out. But I don't know if they gave him a surety or PR. That's we were just talking about it just now.
And she had spoken to him, he was asking for some money, so might be a sure.
I'm showing here that the VPO is set for the 12th. So I guess we'll reset this for the 12th as well. And if you can please reach out to them, let him know that he's going to be here. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
okay, so 412.
Did Simpson go get the jury?
I did forget to tell you. So he starts a jury trial today. It's today and tomorrow. I cut that piece out because this is already long enough. And they only picked a jury today. And the guy pled not guilty in front of the jury. That's all that happened. I'm still gonna play it, even though it's boring. Once we go through tomorrow, and the case is over, I'll put everything into one video and upload it like that. Because he still has the rest of the docket, which is entertaining. Don't worry.
You can approach.
Ready? Is this on docket or no?
Yes, she's on docket.
All right, come on up, guys. Terroristic threat will be dismissed.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Davis, you've worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss your terroristic threat in exchange for your plea on the trespass. Looks like you are pleading to 3 days in jail. How much? With 3 days of credit. 2 days credit. What you must understand is this charge will go on your record. It's going to be that for the rest of your life. If you pick up any more cases in the future, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? So you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this, undo this, challenge this. It's done today and forever.
Judge, just for a moment of clarity before the court signs the final order, we were under the impression that this wasn't time served. I'm hearing he has 2 days and he's signing for 3. So what does that leave?
It's enough.
Okay, all right, there you go.
You have enough. You won't be doing any jail time, but like I said, any more cases you pick up, actually it's a minimum of 90 days in jail with your priors, all right? How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, and good luck to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, please see the clerk.
What if $300 you still want to pay? You can ask the clerk for one seat.
Here we go, guys. This is it. Pay attention.
Step up this way. I don't understand what's. Sir, you're here for your first appearance. We're getting you in front of the judge. So I'm asking you to step up here so you can go through this process.
Stephen, this is about to go really poorly, really quick. Come up, sir.
Okay.
It's going to go back to you regardless. Just wait. You now stand charged with your third case, sir.
What?
You now stand charged with resisting arrest and failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice. You're now facing an additional year on each case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Sir,
You do not have
it to you right
I have the
now.
right to arrest me. I did nothing wrong.
Let's see.
I did nothing wrong. You do not have the. I do not have. You do not have the right to arrest me. You do not. Are you acting under your constitutional oath today? Are you?
Yes.
You are? Okay, well, good. You are in agreement with the prosecutor, right? I make a motion that this case be dismissed.
I'm about to hold you in contempt if you.
For what? In order for there to be a crime, there has to be an injured person. The only person injured is me, and I have the scars from the policy officers beating me, pulling me out of my car without even telling me why.
Going to do.
I don't understand.
You have the right to remain
I do not
silent.
understand.
One more word and
I do not, you can't do that. In order for there to be a crime, you're not, this is against my constitutional rights.
Okay, you know.
Do I have a witness that they are committing treason? Do I have at least two witnesses? Do I have at least two witnesses that they are committing treason? This is treason. They're violating my rights. They are violating my rights.
Hey.
Look, see, that's what I'm talking about. Look.
Put your hands behind your back.
No, sir.
Put your hands behind
You're
your back.
violating my rights, and you all know it. The public prosecutor is there, a court reporter.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Do I have two witnesses saying? Do I have two witnesses that say that they're committing treason? Please raise your hand. Do I have two witnesses that they're committing treason?
Sir,
do I have two witnesses that they're committing treason?
Quit resisting.
Raise your hand. Are you raising your hands? All right.
That would be the taser.
Put your hand. Move your hand.
Do I have two witnesses? Do I have two witnesses that they are committing treason? Raise your hand. Stand up. Stand up for America. They are committing treason. They are committing treason. Raise your hands. No one. They are violating the Constitution. They are violating the Constitution. Oh!
Stop.
I have no cartilage in my left arm.
Stop resisting.
As the medical report shows, when y'all last officers last beat me up, I had to go to the hospital.
I'm trying to lift you up properly, but you will not stop resisting.
Man.
Hey, Karen. Silence.
I can't believe none of y'all, they're violating the Constitution. This is treason. Raise your hand. I need two witnesses. I need two witnesses. The officers, y'all are going against y'all constitutional oath. You're going against your constitutional oath.
The first bond is revoked and the offense is jail. Pardon. I'm sorry, the interference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Good question. So.
He's a big dude. He weighs like 205 pounds.
Oh, wow. How do they try to do the
Um,
I was like, maybe on its own, no matter how many complaints you have. Oh, two of them.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh, it's the other
that Simpson
trial
wasn't
case?
even here. At that point, I.
For a little
Yeah.
while. When did you get it? Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
And here he comes.
Yeah. Just go ahead and check it. See what happens. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. It helps me. Helps me out.
Hey, and I'm gonna let him calm down. I'm gonna try to talk to him, see if he'll take a lawyer. But you know how he's sovereign, so I don't know if he's gonna take it.
I was like, yeah. Well, this thing.
It's full of him. Yeah, they get.
Judge, do they usually like say they're sovereign citizens? Like
As soon as he started saying that one thing, I saw you turn your head, you knew.
I was like, it's a sovereign. I was like, it's gotta be. Are you standing by your oath?
Right.
It's like, it's gotta be a
That's all
sovereign.
I have to hear.
Garcia.
Are we going?
Depends.
Antonio, going? We are? Okay, so let's pick a new date.
Okay.
Or unless, do you want to work something out today or do you want to still go?
Wait.
Have you offered anything?
We have to speak together. I've been working with this case, so give us like 4 minutes and we'll reapproach together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh? Well. Ooh.
I mean, take your time. If Pavel's saying, talk to him for a bit to see perhaps there's something that you guys can agree on.
Probably wouldn't take this.
I don't know. Talk to Pavel, see what you can do, and then just.
You're one of the.
Okay, yeah.
Prosecutor's about to tell the judge to bring him back out. And then Judge Fleischer's going to do us all dirty. Hold on.
Oh, I know.
It's just gonna be the bit, so the terms are gonna be bit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like some people
I'll think 12.
let me
No,
take
it's one.
I guess I could find
It's gonna be your guy one time.
I'm not gonna take it.
Okay. Judge, he's gonna talk to his client.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'd be remiss to think that that was a resisting out of a traffic infraction, that he refused to get out of his car, hence a resisting.
Well, we weren't able to do PC, Judge. You gotta bring him back out.
We have to, right? I'm gonna do PC.
We're gonna have to, but I think you have to reset it for a day and then do PC. I mean, that's just. I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the exact same.
Let's wait till the end of the document to see if he calms down. I mean, it took me long on the first case because he was on the hunt for a case. He was MIA for what, 300 days, and now.
My experience is generally, if someone gets tased, they're not gonna calm down. Oh.
If someone gets tased, they're not going to calm down.
We'll see.
Mr. Davis. Hey, good morning.
Okay, all right. This is on Zoya Sutton, the discovery that's missing right now, the station videos from JP.
Only 67 days. I don't, you can do whatever you want. No, I don't, right. I only get involved when it gets old. Whatever you want to do until that point. Yeah.
Thanks, Judge.
Hi, Mark.
My case is getting older.
Okay, that's different.
Bella Cruz, DE.
Yeah, it's 200 days. That's old.
I asked in a previous setting whether
state can evaluate this case. It was not evaluated. Well, it's.
All right, so let's roll it to Monday, and then
No, the only reason that is that Monday I'm going to be out of town. Okay, that's
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
If you want Wednesday, you can have Wednesday too, Mark. I don't care. Whatever day you want next week, Mark, it's yours.
I would prefer Friday, but I don't do.
You don't do Fridays, no.
Okay, so we'll keep it for Tuesday.
He said he doesn't do Friday.
Dela Cruz on page 7, Tuesday.
So I can't get him on Fridays.
Please.
Tuesday?
Yes.
16.
Yeah, next Tuesday for a re-rip.
Yeah.
Third rip.
Yeah, that's another thing, yes.
Anyway, just saying hello and good morning.
Hey,
See you later.
how are you, Rand?
Take care.
I'll get Tuesday.
Mark, at that time though, it's, right, you have an offer on the case now?
There has been.
Okay, so at that time, clear your trial though, okay? Okay, we got you. Thanks. Sure thing. Hey.
This is criminal history for the jurors. Get back to okay, yeah, I can take you.
Bell.
Bell. So it's
Didn't send him down, did you?
No, I can't,
Can I see if can I talk to him? Just let him calm down maybe in an hour and a half. Stew for a little bit. Hopefully he'll calm down. I gotta tell him I'm gonna revoke his bond.
That's fine.
Let's see. If not, then you know what? I'll go back and I'll tell him back there, you know? Well, in an hour, if he doesn't, I'll just go back there and tell him back there.
Because while he had the one open warrant, he picked up.
That's very
I know,
rude,
I'm
Judge.
revoking the
Very,
bond.
very
I'm
rude.
revoking the bond on the first case, which is the interference.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna touch the other two, but now he's picked up new charges. They're gonna file another resistance now, and then if they do that, I'm gonna revoke these two too.
Okay, so before you call him up, let me know so I can get all the.
Well, no, I'm just gonna go back there.
Okay.
Just to make it
because it'll be
easier.
less of a hassle.
Yeah. Hey, Stephen, don't send him down, but I'm just gonna go back there and talk to him back there, because I don't want another spectacle.
No, don't do it. Bring him out. He doesn't bring him back out. Judge, that was mean.
So Harvey was pulled over, and that's when he picked up the resisting and failure to ID, right? I'm doing a bail order. So
let me double check right now. So Harvey, it was Troy.
that we took in.
Let me read the PC. Out to you. It was traffic stop, expired registration. He didn't have an ID or to exit the vehicle. Defendant pulled to keep it shut. Officer grabbed him by his left wrist or defendant out the vehicle. He refused. More units arrived. He kept pulling his arms inwards towards his body.
Same thing today.
They found his real name and saw he had a warrant for interference back in failure to appear.
So, but he did give a false name or false date of birth. What did he do?
He just didn't give a name. He didn't give any information.
Okay, all right. Good morning, Mr. Garcia. So, sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 7-month deferred. This is a type of probation that if you successfully complete, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. It's the next best thing to dismissal. However, you must fulfill the terms of the agreement. The terms are you must do a anger management class. It's called a BIP, a Batterers Intervention Prevention Program that's for 18 weeks, one time a week for 18 weeks, and no contact with, I'm sorry, no threatening or harassing contact with Josie Romero. If you can complete these things, you will not end up with a conviction on your record. You must also understand, though, that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence, that if you pick up another one of these cases, you'll be facing a third-degree felony. You understand? So it's very, very important that you, next time you get hot, walk away. It's not worth it because you could be facing a ton of time in prison. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, for a possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You also give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this, undo this, get away. We're done today, we're done forever. If you fail to live up to this agreement, then I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. The only thing that we're going to talk about is whether you violated this probation. If you do violate it, you're looking at a year in jail. You understand? You also must not partake in any drugs or alcohol as well as a condition of this as well. How do you plead to the offense? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 7 months. Do what you can. If you ever have any questions, come back and talk to us and we can help you out. Don't stop reporting. That's the worst thing you can do. Also picking up a new case. All right. Good luck to you, sir. We'll have you see the clerk and take care. Thanks, guys. Okay. Are you guys ready for the panel to come in? Ramona, ready?
I'm gonna need this front row clear, and I'm gonna need you to have a seat.
Your Honor, with regards to Christina Rodriguez, R2, do you want her in the back? Her attorneys are in the witness room. Whoever. Okay.
I mean, I think that usually Victoria goes back in her office and then usually, like, who's going back? Selena?
No.
Oh, Christina. I would say just go back. That way you guys can be efficient with resets and stuff. And you kind of hang out with each other.
Good morning. I'm approaching on the behalf of Keith Polk. He's currently here as well.
Okay. Are we doing a plea?
Bond conditions, Your Honor.
Just bond out?
Yes, he did bond out. He also had a felony charge as well. He's currently on 24-hour home monitoring.
Okay.
I wanted to see if we could possibly get him a curfew. He currently works for.
Oof. You are on bond for an aggravated assault. You pick up a gun case and then you pick up 2 felony PCSs and you've made $150,000 in bonds and you want me to do you a favor? For real?
Your Honor, I will say that he worked for a BB transport company before he was picked up. He was working there 5 days a week. 8-hour shifts. He does have 2 sons at home, one that is 2 years old, about to be 3, another son that is 6 months old. And he just really trying to be able to provide for his children. And at this time, he's currently borrowing money from family, but he does not know how long that the family can sustain that. And he really does not want
He has no, I never charge him any kind of fees for monitoring at all. So any kind of money that you may need for all these devices that we're going to put on you, you're not going to end up paying for it. The only thing we ask you is stop getting in trouble. How can you take care of kids, the 2- and 3-year-old, when you can't even take care of yourself, Mr. Polk?
This employer is holding his job open. He has not been to work since he was picked up. We do not know how long he's willing to hold his job open for.
I'm looking now what the bond conditions the felony court put on to see, because I'm curious to see what they did. My conditions will mirror the felony court, okay? I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Polk, that I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me promising me you're not to have any weapons or pick up any new cases. And if you do, I'm going to have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you pick up a gun or pick up a new case. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm going to follow what the felony court did. Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Polk? I asked you if you have a Texas driver license, then you're not allowed to drive. And I am also making that a condition of your bond, and you will also sign this affidavit promising me you're not going to drive. If you get in a car and drive, likewise, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand? All right, I'm gonna follow the conditions of the felony court. So whatever the felony court has done, I'm gonna do it as well. But I'm also adding no driving and no weapons as well.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, please.
Judge, are we bringing out Robinson?
I don't know where Stephen went, Paria. As soon as he comes back, I'll ask him for your. Oh, you did? He went to go get him, I think.
Thank you.
Okay. Kiana White, come up, ma'am.
On the older, the 248 card number, dismissing the 250.
Ms. White, you're charged with 2 counts of assault. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 that you've done on one, and they're going to dismiss the second one. Is this how you understand it?
Yes, sir.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Good luck to you, man. Thank you. Okay, please see the clerk. It's okay. This
is Parias. We'll take care of that.
We'll do that. And yeah. Okay. Okay. And what? Okay. Let me real quick, and then we'll do that next. All right, come on up. It's okay. We need both of them. It's okay. We're good. All right. Good morning, sir. You know why you're here?
Yeah.
So you are wanted out of the state of Louisiana. You were asking me to give you a bond.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you now, this is the only time you're going to get it. You will not get another one. Do you understand? And if you fail to live up to what you're supposed to do, I will revoke this bond. I'm going to set it at 0. You will never get another one. You will never get a chance to do this again. You must go turn yourself in within 2 weeks of your release. Turn yourself in. Do you understand? All right. We will have you sign a reset. After that, we'll see you in 2 weeks. If you turn yourself in, this fugitive case against you gets dismissed. If you fail to turn yourself in, you will have an open warrant forever until you're picked up, and then we'll get you. And then this time we will hold you until Louisiana gets you. You got it, right? Good luck.
Judge, do you know if Dave printed out 2 resets? Because he got off and I texted him and he didn't answer. Because he has to get one too with my number on it.
The printer right there, please. Yep.
Well,
Perfect.
for Robinson.
Yes, that's what we need.
Okay.
There should be 2, right?
Yeah, there's 2 copies.
Great. We need him to
Awesome.
sign both, please.
And then Melissa has the waiver withdrawal, right?
Yeah, we got that. And then
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Santos,
I'll take a look at that right as you can send us. What have you left away?
No, I don't do that.
Connor, what happened?
Oh,
No more resets, no more nothing. She doesn't come. I'm gonna tell her I'm setting it at 10,000. Okay. So. Connor, what was her name again? Matt. Thanks. Yes. Okay, Mr. Robinson, come on up. Sorry, Eric. You're next, I promise. All right, Mr. Robinson, you're charged with 3 cases. You're charged with violation of protective order ×2, ×3, and an assault of a family member. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 96 days credit for the 96 on the violation of protective order. I want you to understand that if you violate this again, if you do this again, you're going to pick up a felony charge. Do you understand? You will be looking at prison time if you go back and do the same thing again. So I would be very careful how you act. At some point, they're really going to throw the book at you, and you're going to be doing a lot of time in prison. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Mr. Robinson, this carries an affirmative finding of family violence. If you pick up another one of these, or if you have a gun, you will be in a lot of trouble. You can never have a gun on you ever again. Do you understand? You pick up another one of these cases, you will be charged with a 3rd-degree felony.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you plead to this offense, sir? I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Best of luck to you, Mr. Robinson. Okay.
Come on, this way, over this way for me, sir. Your signature can take one of your feelings and try it.
You want to call her up? Is one of these not on the docket today?
Some of them, more than one case.
There were 4, but I only see 3 on the docket today.
We had 2 of them are not on the docket.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to write it. Okay, what's your name again? Good morning, Ms. Gonzalez. This is Desiree Gonzalez, right? Ma'am, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What have you guys worked out? Sorry. 7-1?
No, 3-1.
3-1? Okay. So, Ms. Gonzalez, you've worked out a deal where they're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 1 day that you've done. You must understand that this comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. That means you can never own a gun anymore after today. And if you ever pick up another one of these cases, no matter how slight, you pull someone's hair, grab someone by the arm and it hurts, you will be facing up to 10 years in prison. They can charge you with a 3rd-degree felony. You're looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. You understand?
Yes, I do.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront, cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. You are stuck with this forever. You understand? How do you plead to the offense, man?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement. Good luck to you, man. Please see the clerk.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Craig,
Morning, Judge.
Hey, bud.
Miguel Santos, I've spoken to the prosecutors and we've done everything that we need to do. So we're just waiting on the supervision order. He was on docket today, Your Honor, but I just chatting with you about it.
Okay. Have you talked to Pavel about it yet?
I've spoken to, I haven't spoken to Pavel about it, but
Make
I
sure,
sent him an
should be
email.
ready to
CC.
file it if so, and then that way we can just get you to sign the reset.
Sure.
But just make sure that they're okay with it, will you?
Should be done with that.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Yates, who's my law partner here, he's talking to Pavel about a pretrial conference that we were on docket for today. Or excuse me, we're not officially on docket, but you'd wanted us to come by
It's okay.
on it. On Mr. Coleman's case.
Set in 2 weeks or what?
Correct, on the 23rd, 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I think that Mr. Yates is talking to Pavel about it right now.
So we're in the middle of trial now. I would say probably, any issues you may have, perhaps email him so he just has a record of it. Let's get out of trial. Then that way he can have more time to concentrate on it and see what you guys agree or don't agree.
Sorry, thank you, Judge.
Sure.
Just wanted to make sure that we had touched base with you on it.
That's okay. And then, just make sure that he's ready to file on Santos and then we're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Rude. He did us dirty twice. He went back to talk to the SOV CIT, so we don't get to see him again. And then he went off the air because I guess his docket was done. And remember, I cut the picking of the jury out. I'm gonna play it. It's boring, but I'll play it with the whole trial, which starts tomorrow. But he did say there that he doesn't do Fridays, so we will never get content for Friday unless I save the trial for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Could do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I just have so much stuff, guys. Like, there's 2 more other judges in Harris County. I wanted to show you the one today of how different he is. He's wearing a robe, first off, than this judge. But I didn't have time. We've already been doing this for a while. I don't know how long, but a while. So, yeah. I wanted to say something, and I can't remember what it is now. And then I'll remember as soon as I end the damn stream. But no, there's just, because we have all of Colorado, all of Indiana. I have New Jersey, more of New Jersey, and now Texas. Yeah, I'm going to save his trial for probably on the weekend, because we're still going to get his regular docket. Even though he does a trial, he still has his regular docket for the rest of the week. Yeah, good old Harris County judges. Oh well, I can't remember what it is. It was slightly important. And I can't remember. But no, thank you guys all for coming out. We had a lot of people today. So many new people in chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Vibers in chat. They are hilarious. Judge Van, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Maybe. Wow. My man wakes up early. Yes, I could, Red Hat. Ditch the lesser judges. We do have that one case today with O'Donnell. Remember, we watched a few clips of O'Donnell the other day, and 2 of them were the pleas, and then the last one was the sentence. So the one plea was going to go for his sentence today. So I'm going to try to get that sentence, because, that's another judge that doesn't mince words. He cares. I mean, he does care. And that's why he, yells at these kids up there, because he cares. But I think this is the one where he knew the whole family, and the brother's been in jail, and I don't know. I don't remember which one it is actually out of the 3, but we'll get him today, and we'll get more Fleischer today. He'll be on real soon. He was late today. He was just rude to us all over the place today. He was late. He stopped his stream. even though he was done, and that's what he's supposed to do. It doesn't matter to me. And he went downstairs to see the SOV CIT. However, it's interesting that, he sent the prostitute downstairs, and today he goes downstairs to see somebody. Yes, Jesco, what did I miss? Hey, I'm sure I'm blind. Where's the video from Fleischer yesterday or a couple days ago? Him being real firm with defendants. He's real firm with all defendants. So the videos that he would be in are called, I'm going to light him up. That was yesterday. And then there's GA Judge deals with Supreme Court. He's in that one. Snazzy Bowtie Justice. He's in that one. And Must See New to Us Judge. He's in that one. I don't know if he's in But Judge, It Was My Own House I Burnt Down. I can't remember if he's in that one or not. But there you go. And then you can go watch Hours of Judge Fleischer. And he's on other channels too. So go over there and watch him there. I tried not to talk when he's on, but I did. I tried not to, but I wanted you to know when he was getting tased, because, there's nothing. I mean, having a SOV CIT is great, but having a SOV CIT that gets tased is just. And you know what? I get a lot of people commenting saying that this chat, like me mostly, but this chat, we talk about tasers too much, and I don't think you can actually talk about them too much. I think you can talk about them not enough. Thanks, Deb. Yep. See you tomorrow. All right, I'll let you go, guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, Carolyn. Thank you. Yeah, man, chat was great tonight. All right. I don't want to stop it because you guys are out talking. All right, CRD, go replay. We could start calling tasers lasers. We'd do that, and then people won't. You know what? No. Let people comment whatever they want to comment. That's just how it is. I have people commenting, this judge sucks. This judge is well, God, I can't remember their exact words, but they don't like this judge. So it doesn't matter what I say, people are gonna say bad things, and that's okay. That's why I have a remove button. I remove comments every day.